What does a Scrum Master do all day? What are all the different meetings that the Scrum Master need to facilitate? How often should agile ceremonies be conducted in a sprint? How will a sprint calendar look like? These are the questions that I often hear from those who are not much familiar with agile. In this video, I have tried giving you a visualization of how a Scrum Master's calendar will look like in a sprint. This view might be more or less same that your org might demand, but remember to tailor as per your team's need. This is just to give you a high-level idea to help you get started. Majority of Scrum practitioners have 10 days or 2-week sprint. Few other options are 4-week sprint and some even have weekly sprint. Let's assume we have 2-week sprint here. Here are the possible meetings that you might see in a Scrum team. All these are not mandatory except for agile ceremonies. Rest of the meeting depends on the need of your team. Number 1. Sprint planning. This event kicks off the sprint. It happens on the first day of the sprint, time boxed up to 4 hours. Some teams have the practice of pre-planning the previous day. If you see here, day 10 shows pre-planning of the next sprint. Daily stand-up. This is daily meeting that should be time boxed to 15 minutes max. This helps providing transparency on the progress. Next, parking lot. This is an optional event that you can consider. If any topic that arises in the stand-up call needs detailed discussion, in the interest of time, those topics could be parked for the parking lot discussion. Only required set of people can stay after the meeting for this discussion. Remove impediments. The Scrum Master's main responsibility is to identify, track, and help remove impediments. One-on-ones. Meet individually with team members and stakeholders as needed. This could be to follow up on status, update on blockers, resolution, discuss about any concern from the team members, and so on. Face-to-face interaction will help Scrum Master to create a good rapport with team. Board administration. It is a good practice for Scrum Master to monitor the Scrum board on a regular basis to ensure that cards are up to date and the Scrum tool like Jira or Rally is updated regularly to verify whether the stories that are done are actually in completed status, whether the team is updating the actual status of the task, and so on. If it is not done, the Scrum Master can think of coaching on these mandates. Product backlog refinement. A lot of time is saved at the sprint planning meetings if the backlogs are well maintained. Product backlog refinement should be the continual process and can happen on any frequency that the team demands. It is recommended to have one refinement per week at least. Perspectives. This is when the Scrum team inspects on how last sprint went and discuss on improvements. If facilitated right, this could bring in a lot of good discussion and even good backlogs. Scrum Master can have a few retro action items which can be rechecked in certain intervals. Scrum of Scrum. This is a scaled agile technique but also used in Scrum if there are multiple interrelated Scrum teams. Scrum Masters, product owners of all the Scrum team group to discuss on the progress, blockers, interdependencies, delays, so that the overall release progress can be visualized. This could be an optional weekly call. Process check. Supporting the product owner and development team in making sure that the Scrum artifacts are completely transparent. Work with PO to maintain product backlog. Work with the dev team to see if the product increment tracker is up to date, and so on. So Scrum Master can have a weekly checkpoint here. Reporting. Regular analysis of burn down chart and other portfolio planning tools to understand what gets built and at what cadence. So Scrum Master might be requested to share such status every week with the project manager depending on your organization. This could be weekly optional activity. Sprint review. This is when the team demonstrates the work done within the iteration and get feedback from the project stakeholders. Mostly happens on the last day of the sprint. That sums up all the activity that you can think of in a sprint. Comment in the box where if you think any event is missed or anything could be added. I hope this calendar view gives a high-level overview of the sprint in the life of Scrum Master. If you find this useful, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.